Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Eric Bird, here at StopStrugglingNow.com. And tonight is Financial Freedom Easier in 2025. Let me know what you think down in the comments section. That is the $1,000,000 question. Tick tock, tick tock. You better buy assets now. 1 year, 6 months to go before things get crazier. And I'll have an answer for you right after this. And welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. Stop struggling now gear. Check. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. Now, let's get to it. All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for this Money Making Monday. Information is always needed. Rising tide lifts all boats. First, you noticed in the corner in my over my shoulder, you'll see two books. My brother passed away in January. He was an author, Duran Drake, Star Cruiser Falcon 1, Star Cruiser Falcon 2. Of course, I should give some love and some pub, so go pick them up at Amazon. Kindle actually has free, but I don't remember if it's number 1 or number 2, and go there and show some love. Also, speaking of showing some love for our own, I always discuss beachfront Java. You have to have a little coffee in your system every now and then. It's actually good for you. That's right. And she has premium blended beans from the best locations around the world: Indonesia, Central America, South America, Africa. And it's not just whole beans, it's fine ground, drip ground, and Keurig along with the whole beans. And they go from half-pound bag to a full-pound bag. What do you need to do? You need to use the promo code SSN Lifestyle, all one word, all capital letters, and you receive a discount for life after your first order. That's right. So go over there to beachfrontjava.com and give our love to Auntie Val and family. Everybody needs help, especially when the numbers do not lie. We are in dire situations. The American government has let the people down. The people are under the thumb. Trying to get financial freedom going forward is going to be awfully difficult if you do not have some assets that pay you while you're sleeping. What are some of those assets? Well, you guys know I'm a big proprietor of stocks at this particular time. The stock market, volatile right now. War has just broken out in the Middle East between Israel and Iran. That means something has to give. The military industrial complex costs $1 trillion a year to run. Taxpayers can't pay it because we can't pay the $1 trillion of interest that we owe on our $37 trillion of debt. That means your financial freedom window closes 1 year, 6 months, 2 years is when it's going to really close. But I give you guys 6 months to a year in advance. So that's why our time schedule is 1 year, 6 months to accumulate the assets that you're going to need. What are some of those assets? Of course, the stocks I mentioned. Of course, you're going to need some sort of real estate, or you're going to need a business that is going to be profitable in order to not have to work 18 hours a day to make ends meet. The cost of living is going to rise. Oil prices should start going up here in lieu of Iran and Israel conflict. So therefore, it's going to cost you money to travel, more money to travel. That means airlines are going to cost more, cruise lines are going to cost more. So you can say bye-bye to the vacation thing and stop wasting your money on the expenses, because you're going to need assets that pay you. So let me know what you think. Again, the chat room's always open. Let me know if you're in the house. Now, I've been having some difficulties with this EV Mux lately. And if this continues again, I might have to change back to StreamYard, because I'm not loving what I'm seeing here. Let me go check and see if I can even, if my screen is frozen or what's going to happen here tonight. But hopefully the screen is not frozen and we're all good. Let's see. Looks like we're good, ladies and gentlemen. I can see myself and good. Way to go. All right. A few people watching from the Twitches, from the Facebooks, from the YouTubes, from iTunes, iHeart, podcasts. I welcome everybody. Everybody's welcome here. We need everybody winning, getting on the same page, because you cannot save your way over the next few years as the cost of living rises. There is no way around it. And I'll give you a website, shadowstats.com. Go check that out so you'll know the real inflation numbers, because clearly the government's not going to tell you anything other than 2 point something to make you feel good, even though you know when you go to the store and you go shopping and have to buy things, get your energy bill, get your tax bills, they don't go up 2.4% year over year. You know that. That's absurd. If the insurance guy or anybody told me, hey, Eric, you're paying $200 a month, and because inflation is 2.4%, next year it's only going to be 204 or 208, 210. Most people would be happy with that. If you went to the grocery store and they said that $2.99 a pound is going to be $3.15 next year, I think you'd be like, I'll take that. But this stuff about $2.99 last year and it's $3 or $4.50 this year, that's way out of line. So again, ladies and gentlemen, it's only going to get worse as the world changes after what's been happening and going to happen over the next few months. Federal Reserve should reduce their rate in about 45 days. So what is that? That's going to be July. This will be June, then it'll be July meeting. So yeah, that'll be about right. So then we'll get a run on housing. Again, I will mention something that always happens whenever there's a downturn, because there's going to be a downturn. Homes cost too much. Whenever homes get stagnant, then that's the time to start looking for land, because people are going to try to give their land away because it drops in value a lot. And they got to pay insurance, not insurance, but taxes. And sometimes you have water, sewer, and garbage you still have to pay every month, right? So you're wasting money while it's devaluing. So therefore, a lot of opportunities are going to be coming up over the next 12 months. You have to be ready. So that means you need to stack your duffel bag of cash over there in the corner, buy a little bit of stocks that give you dividends, and everybody's doing the salsa dance today because reinvestments on dividends happened. And we're talking about the faves, Yield Max ETF, Defiance Groups. They pay weekly, they pay monthly dividends. So you could actually start getting $500 a month, $1,000 per month. Now, you got to make investment though. You can't invest $200. You're going to have to make a commitment. Instead of buying your favorite stuff every day at work, you might think, why don't I turn around and buy stocks, dividend stocks every time, instead of going the favorite everybody talks about, not mine, but Starbucks, going out for lunch instead of bringing your own food kind of thing. A lot of people go to lunch, you waste a lot of money. During the course of a month, you'd be surprised. Even when I used to work, it was crazy because people would go to lunch. It'd be like $10. Then they're like, I got coffee, stopped through some roll through and went to some coffee place. They're charging like $5. Before you know it, at the end of the week, these guys have spent like $150 just in lunch. That's $600 a month. It's crazy. And $600 a month, all of a sudden, if you can get, let's just say, I have to be somewhat, try to stay realistic, 2%, 2%, 2%, 24%, 20%. It's doable. I know some of you may be here new. Make sure you smash that like button so the YouTube gods know that you're in the house. And if you like what I'm talking about, please subscribe to the channel, click the all notification bell. That would be greatly appreciated. Now, one other thing that I'm going to probably make this short again on this Monday, but what we're going to do, Larimar. I got a new picture off of their stories. I have to show this in case this is Dominican Republic, Larimar. It's a pre-construction project, and I don't know what's going on with them, but they're sending out these pictures. Let me see if I can find it. Yes, this right here. It's very interesting because everybody knows the Farallon was supposed to look a certain way. There were supposed to be two prime towers, as people can see here. There was supposed to be two Something happened. I don't even know how that happened. Thanks, man. I could have been on mute this whole time. That's a bummer, man. Something happened. Uh-oh. I was on mute the whole time. So this 30 minutes of talk, 40 minutes of talk. Jeez, I just thought my phone was turned down. Now I realize it's been off this whole time. Well, man, then I've been talking for nothing. I got to erase this video. Nobody could hear me. All right. Hey, Eric, it's going this second tagline. I hope all is well with you. Yep, it's going good, man. Happy day, SSN family. Smash that like button. Thank you so much, man. Thank you. I appreciate it. We still can't hear you. Wait. You could turn up your volume. Yeah, I can hear me now. Wow, I thought my phone was turned off. I was on the screen, so that's too funny. That's too funny. 35 minutes of talk, 40 minutes of talking. So I'm not even going to be on here much longer. I know you were doing the salsa dance today from the dividends that were given out over Friday to now, and some more dividends are coming in 4 or 5 more days, which are going to be is it Nvidia time, NVDY and PLTY. Yeah, that should be the ones I believe coming this week, and a few others. So that will be great. Last month, PLTY $7 a share. Oh, by the way, PLTY on YieldMax was under $60, ladies and gentlemen, down to $59. So since everybody couldn't hear me, and you're the only one, Brian P., the only person that came in to let me know you couldn't hear me. I've been talking for like 40 minutes, but now we'll rewind. But here we go. YieldMax ETF is what I was talking about. Get your stocks down below. Get your free shares of stock from Robinhood, Webull, Moomoo. They all have their own special deals, but Robinhood gives you one free share of stock. Don't have to deposit. Webull, you have to deposit. Moomoo, you have to deposit. Moomoo, if you deposit 100, you have to deposit 100 or more. They'll give you free shares of stock, but they won't give it to you for until 60 days after you sign up and make that deposit. It's frozen for like 60 days. Then they'll give you like 6 or 10, something like that, shares of $3, $4, $5 shares of stock is what I received. So we'll see how it goes. But nonetheless, the salsa dance was in effect for Friday and today, and it'll be in effect this Friday coming up and next Monday as well. So if you want your financial freedom, ladies and gentlemen, I suggest you get on the program. You're going to have to buy assets. You're going to have to be the CEO of your life. There's no way around it. All right. There we go. Now, I have already wasn't going to be on that long tonight, and I didn't realize I was on mute the whole time. So I'm not going to be on that long, Brian P. And I'll actually probably delete this video so there won't be a Money Making Monday that's going to be out there. But down below in the description box, make sure if you want to fix your credit, there's ways to do it down below. If you want to get it, fix your credit in 2 years with debt consolidation and redoing it without filing bankruptcy and coming back out smelling like roses, then you go to see Tracy at resolvefinance.com. That's an email address. Tracy, Tracy at resolvefinance.com. Go see her. Let her know Eric and SSN Nation sent you her way and you need help. She loves to help people. That's why she's part of family. So therefore, she's going to help you make sure that you get on the right track in the shortest period possible with your help. All right. Now, Brian P., I don't really have much more to say because I'm not going to go through what I was just talking about. So what I'm going to actually do is I'll probably review the video. But again, since I had it up for a change, until you mentioned that, when I hit the mic, it actually popped on, and so now I could hear myself. So it was off the whole time for 40 minutes. So anyhow, that's all right. But thank you so much for being here, Mr. Dividend, for the night. But we have to let people know it's financial freedom easier in 2025. And I'm going to say it's not going to be easier. That's why you're going to have to make sure you get your act together sooner than later. Get rid of the liabilities and expenses. check out your email. Uh, okay, we'll go check out the email. Let's see here. Oh, yeah, okay. I won't do too much on that front. And what I'll also do is something I haven't done in a while. Guess I'll play like a little one of these here real quick, and then I'll be right back. Come on, come on. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's right. World Series of Poker going on in Vegas right now. Yes, I used to be a professional poker player back in the day. The poker boom of the early 2000s. Runner, Runner. That's the movie with Ben Affleck, and I can't remember who else is in it. Runner, Runner. That gives you an idea. That is actually, I think that's the true story of a poker room offshore Costa Rica, I think, that was doing some shady business. So of course, it's offshore, right? And you're talking about millions of dollars that's in hand that's people are uploading to offshore websites. And that's why the American government shut it down. They made it really, they turned off the coding so American citizens could not upload money to the websites. That's right. The government can do that. People don't believe the government, they can stop you from doing anything. So they shut it off where you can upload, uh, quote unquote, trying to save the horse racing industry, right? Which is funny as hell. But anyhow, that's what they did. And in the guise of, we want to take care of minors under 18 years old, I'm like, how can they even get in? Because you have to go through the protocols. And still, they shut it down because there was no American online casinos with poker allowed in the United States. So, United States citizens were sending out hundreds of millions of dollars all over the world to play online poker in the comfort of their home instead of having to go to a smoky casino and play one hand, or shall I say 20 to 25 hands an hour. When online, you can have 4 games, 5 games, 6 games up and play like 50 hands an hour. So, more hands, the better you are, the better your win rate. Money management says stay home and play online poker instead of in person. All right, let's see here. I can't get to the emails. You know how it's always a hassle. They're making the pro. Oh, this again. Okay, I can't even sign in. This is ridiculous. Browser is unusual. Let me. Well, Brian, Mr. Dividend, we'll have to talk about this on Wednesday night. I'll have it specially up and ready. We'll talk about a lot of it because there's so much stuff that's coming up. It's disgusting. All the executives ripping people off, all these banks, all this the government's doing. I mean, it's just so far out of control where we have it's just ridiculous. It's like a third world country going down. It's so bad. All the corruption. It's ridiculous. It's very hard for ordinary citizens to win these days. All right, hold on. Looks like we'll be getting in. Okay, what's that? Okay. Okay. So I'm about to pull something up, though, I think, here in a second. Why is this? Oh, yeah, it's okay, coinciding with that. That's why. We'll pull something up here in a second. All right. All right, Brian P. Let me know if you're doing the salsa dance every weekend or every Friday and Monday, because I know you have so many shares that this should be something that's doing some. If you're reinvesting, then it's going like this. If you're not, well, after all this time, you don't really have to reinvest. You could take half, and so either way, you would have thousands. I would assume almost every week in your coffers from the investments you've made from the last 6 months. So you got to be doing very, very good with that free money. Yep. All right. So I'm going to be logged. Hold on a second. I hate this. You know, I'm an old guy, right? I'm like, I hate this. I'm just like, just give me the email. I don't need to be doing all kind of crazy stuff. Just go directly to the email. I don't need the apps. I don't need the co-pilot stuff. I don't need none of this. But they're making a new screen and everything. I'm like, why am I hitting it again? This is craziness. Anyhow, okay. So what is this? I'm already signed in. What are you doing? Um, it is what it is. Making things a little bit more difficult. I am. That's good to hear, Brian P. Because I know how many shares you have in a lot of things, and I'm like, man, you should be doing awfully well. And you should even be doing well with the stock price. Like today, everything was green at Yilmax ETF, which is a good sign. That's a great sign, quite frankly. That's the best sign we can get. And then on some cases, it dropped a dollar or two per share, which just means reinvestment is all fine. Free money reinvestment. I have no problems with that. So I'm very happy to hear that you're still getting them thousands. Hold on. What is Okay, I'm turning this off. All right, here we go. Uh, okay, is this ULTY over MSTY? Okay. Uh, renew your subscription. Oh, okay, I gotta handle that. Okay, hold on. And I got some things I don't even care about. New high. Okay, I better get that. Okay. Recall 44,000 pounds of shrimp. Jeez. Man, there's freaking recall of, oh my god, and I just had some shrimp tonight. Jeez. Bornstein seafood shrimp. Hold on. Bornstein seafood frozen shrimp. Bornstein seafoods frozen shrimp. 44,550 pounds of Bornstein seafoods frozen shrimp. US USDA has issued a recall. The cooked and peeled, ready to eat cold water shrimp meat was recalled after it discovered that it may be contaminated with listeria. And they give item numbers. Jesus Christ. This is sad. Guess I better put this page in the chat box. My God. Geez. Sad. Very sad. Very, very sad. All right. See, this is what I'm saying. This is just like a courtesy of Brian P for sending me this because he's sending information that I don't even see half the time. Let's see if there's anything else that I need to talk about. Map shows states with the worst hospital ratings. Oh my God. Oh my God. I have a feeling I know where some of the worst ones are. Uh, it's going to be very interesting to see if I'm going to be right. I'll just say we know. I mean, it's like red states. I mean, states that have low taxes. How are you going to have hospitals? States where people don't have insurance, I would think those are the ones that's going to have lower ratings. Uh, oh, this is ranked by pages. I don't really care about reading. Wow, they could have made it easy for the kid. Where's the chart at? There's no chart. All right, here we go. New York and South Carolina were rated the poorest. Patients rated doctor communication and cleanliness as a 2, with all other rankings receiving a 1. South Carolina received a 2 on all rankings except for cleanliness. Jesus. Oh, we do have a okay. Okay, this is doesn't tell me. Green is good. Okay, Green, Oregon, California, Wyoming, Colorado, South Dakota, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Michigan, Illinois, Iowa, New Jersey, but not New York, Vermont, something else, Rhode Island, Georgia, Alabama, Texas. Those are the best ones. Those are all green. Not, not that many, quite frankly. And then it goes to 3 stars, which is many. Lots. Maine, New Hampshire, Connecticut, Massachusetts, Indiana, Ohio, Virginia, West Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina. Oh no, South Carolina is in the red. Geez. Tennessee is not in the red. All these are middle of the road, but it's a bunch. Louisiana, Mississippi, Arkansas, Oklahoma, Missouri, Kansas, Nebraska, New Mexico, Nevada, Florida, if I didn't mention Florida. And then these other ones, North Dakota and Washington, not good either. Yeah, middle of the road. You want to be in green areas for health, ladies and gentlemen. Green areas. All right, I'll put a link down below in the description box. They have a map, so you'll know where to go or where you might want to live to get health care coverage. You definitely want to be in the green. Yellow, I look at you're risking your life. That's crazy, New York. Wow. It might have to do with the cost of living, especially in New York City. That'd be crazy. Uh-oh, something new that I didn't know about here in the back office. That's interesting. All right. Okay. I'm going to make this short tonight, Brian P. Mr. Dividend. Thank you for sending over a few emails that I opened tonight. There's more, but those are the top highlights that I wanted to look at. Oh, the one Shaquille O'Neal had to pay 1.8 million settlement for his FTX hawking of FTX crypto, and I like his move. I like his move. The reason why I liked his move is because what he did was he came to a settlement early from a business standpoint, pay the 1.8 now, no nothing else can happen. That's a small settlement, or do like Tom Brady and Steph Curry and don't pay now, but wait and see what the courts do. Or if DOJ could, whatever, drop the case or whatever. Um, because Justin Sun just got his case for Tron dropped. So maybe they would get theirs dropped. But if it does not get dropped and it actually sees a courtroom and you didn't make a settlement, you could be on the hook for tens of millions. So I like the 1.8 million, especially since the man Shaq basically has, I don't know, in asset wise, probably $600-700 million. So this is like a little annoyance. It's like another person having to pay $10 or something is the equivalent. Here's $10 to make this go away. So That's what it's like to him because he has hundreds of millions of dollars, probably it's somewhere between 600 and 1 billion. So even if it's 500 million, but I know it's more than that. But if it was 500 million, it's still um, 1.8 of the five. You're not gonna. You're not. You still have 498 million. I mean, yeah. Let's just let's just get this done. That's crazy. Let's just get it done. I don't need to wait around, find out what's going to happen later, and then be on the hook for some ungodly amount, 100 million, 50 million, or something. You never know what's going to happen with the court systems. All right. That's one I wanted to talk about. And a tax preparer arrested for a Ponzi scheme, $50 million. So you got to worry about the tax people now. This is crazy. Decades long Ponzi scheme. And in fact, that it ran decades long and it took that long for him to get caught or she, that is crazy. So again, I'm more interested in this. Let's see. I wonder who wrote this. Why I chose ULTY over MSTY. MicroStrategy is MSTY for Yield-Max ETF, in case you're new here. So that's the way it goes. Man. All right. You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So we're going to go check this out. I want to see what it says. Why I chose. In fact, since this is a Yield-Max ETF, 247 Wall Street. Yeah, ULTY pays every week, ladies and gentlemen. Gives out a nice, I believe, around a 40. I think it's 50%, 50 to 55, something like that. Distribution rate, something along that lines. But I put the article in the chat room so you guys can see it, and I'll just review it. Poor, rich. Okay, both of them are good. Quite frankly, I'm fine with MSTY. Uh, Yield-Max Option Income Strategy ETF ULTY, Yield-Max MSTR Option Income Trading ETF MSTY. Revealed that the pollster ultimately went with ULTY. A supporting argument for this ETF without getting too deep in the weeds. Let's look at each fund. Okay. While the funds have some features in common, including the involvement of call options, their underlying strategies are different. ULTY, an actively managed ETF, is designed to produce a monthly income from a basket of covered call trading strategies across 15 to 30 U.S. securities. Fair enough. MSTY, on the other hand, puts all its eggs in a single basket, MicroStrategy, otherwise known as MSTR stock, attaching an exorbitant amount of single issuer risks. While both funds are considered actively managed, ULTY is more similar to a pooled fund than MSTY. That's very true. Versus high risk. MicroStrategy. Just so everybody knows, I noticed he didn't use any numbers, but MicroStrategy basically buys Bitcoin. And with MicroStrategy, the Bitcoin every year. So that's a lot. 25% every year is MicroStrategy itself, the stock. The stock price goes up around 25% on average. Now, MSTY is option income trading based on the options, the calls, and the puts, and all that, the premium fees, and then they distribute it. So I could see that they're making an argument for the ULTY, but they are close with their rate of return, which they don't mention here, distribution wise. But so he says for ULTY over MSTY comes down to desire for diversification and risk management to support a long-term investment. Now, with this said, I've pretty much diversified into the diversified. Have to have ULTY and MSTY. I'm just saying. Why not? And why not have the Magnificent Seven trades and things like that, which is Y Mag, and then you go with the other Y Max. All right. So check out Y Mag, Y Max as well. But we're talking about ULTY here. To be fair, the ULTY ETF is risky too, but there is a wider focus than on just one stock forever. Well, it's very, very interesting because ULTY, even though he says that, I don't know if he knows that since ULTY goes with 50 to 30 different securities, it also depends on what's happening with the overall stock market. MicroStrategy, since they buy Bitcoin, they're on the stock market, but they're outside of the stock market in reality because they're so focused on Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin is going up 25% and you have these volatilities that happen, like just the other day, it was down to 104. Now it's back up to 107 or 106. You have all this volatility, which is great for the YieldMax ETFs because there's a lot of buy and sell, which is what you want. And that's why I argue MSTY and ULTY, you need both. Let me know what you think, Brian P. I'm pretty well. I know you have ULTY, and you probably have MSTY as well. But if somebody told you 5 years, 10 years, Bitcoin has gone up 25% every year at least, you would now understand that that's a pretty good deal right there for MSTY or MSTR, the actual stock itself. Okay. So he likes it because of that, but that's fine. I say you get both. This nimble strategy, including the ability to add and drop stocks as needed, is part of ULTY's charm to maintain distributions and traverse changing market cycles more easily. So yeah, he's pretty much got it right. And like I said, he says it as well. MSTY is essentially tied to BTC, right? So but as long as you know what you're investing in, we'll find out. Now, consider adding greater diversification. 500 ETF, VOO. We talked about VOO, ladies and gentlemen. VTI, VOO, VOOG. I mean, come on. That's what we talked about. And if you got some VOO like 3 months ago, VOO has climbed up above 500. You could have bought an under 400 a share or part of a share. You don't have to buy the full shares. They have fractional shares now. You can buy dollars worth. You can buy $10 worth. You can buy $50 worth. You can buy 100. NVIDIA. All of you, if you weren't here, just April and sometime in April, NVIDIA went under $90 per share. It was incredible. It was like upper 80s. That was the time to buy. You open up now. Can you imagine? It's April. Let's see, May, June. Oh, it's only 2 months ago. Okay. Um, 2 months ago, you could have bought it for $90. It's 140 right now. That's $50, ladies and gentlemen, per share. Profit in less than 2 months. Who knew Nvidia was going to blow up again? Well, some of us said it's a no-brainer to buy it at $90 or 95. I mean, that was crazy. Under 100, just like Apple being under 200 was ludicrous. 160, come on, 165, something like that at the time. You had an opportunity, and that's why you have to stay abreast of the situation. And if you want your financial freedom, you can't do a set it and forget it in this environment. It's too volatile. And so you have to take your chances with your investment strategy when the prices are the lowest. Buy low is the name of the game. So you can't sit there and say, well, I mean, like I said, how were you supposed to sit there? I was just I was giggling. I was just running around telling the wife, look, I can't believe this 52-week low. It's going below the 52-week low. You got to buy. I mean, it was crazy. So everybody who got in just on that particular time, you're going to be ahead because unless it melts back down to the 52-week lows, you'll be breaking even at that point, but you're still not going to sell, I hope. And that's why you have dividends, because now your money is buying more stuff for you. All right. EV Place, another one of these dividend holders, another investor. Welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. Very happy to see you here this evening. He brings his tagline. Good evening, everyone. Good evening to you. He says, smash that like button. Well, that's what we got to do. It's no cost here, ladies and gentlemen. Netflix is 1,200 per share. I know, man. I know. Can you believe it? Netflix, who was having a problem with subscribers just 6, 7, 8 months ago, dead in the water, they were claiming. And now look, who has NFLY? I think it is, right? NFLY is a Yield Max ETF, covered call, distributions off of it. But I don't think it might not reflect it, but that's crazy right now. Wow, that is crazy. Yeah, that is insane. And I don't have Netflix. I don't have Netflix because Netflix wasn't doing any favors. They were hemorrhaging subscribers. Um, it was going crazy. And now look at them. Unbelievable. All right. Well, EV Place, I'm glad you're here, but I'm going to wrap it up tonight. I was going to get off early. Anybody know what's happening with the NBA game? I can't believe Indiana lost game 4. I didn't see the last few minutes, and the way they play defense, I thought it was going to be over. It was 2-2. So OKC, my last known pick, I only had 3 picks. OKC, the Lakers, and Cleveland, they're my last hope. So it looks like OKC's back in it. They're back at home in the NBA Finals. So somebody's going to be 3-2, and the chance to close out on, I don't know, I guess they give people every 3-day rest or something these days. I don't know what this is. Wednesday. No, it can't be. Thursday, I guess. I don't know what they're doing in the NBA. They're giving these guys so much rest that everybody should be nice and ready to play every game. Not like the old days. Okay. Now, I want to close this out with ULTY and the MSTY from this Redditor. They say be mindful not to get too comfortable either. Regularly check in on your portfolio, making changes as market volatility shifts. Plus, anchoring your financial journey with clear goals and timelines gives you a roadmap for future decisions. I like it. I like that. That's what you need to do. That's what you need to do, ladies and gentlemen. All right. There you go. I'm going to wrap this up for this evening. A short version of the Money Making Monday live stream. And that's what we're going to do. And I'll see you guys on Wednesday night at 8:50 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the Wealthy Wednesday night live stream. And we will know what the payouts are going to be on Yield Max ETF shares on Wednesday evening. We'll have a preview, which means you could have bought some more shares on Wednesday if you want payouts on Friday. Just saying. And with all that said, I love you guys very much. And again, I appreciate your support over all these years. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. And I know you're hard out here. I know it's hard out here for you. And that's why you have to get your financial freedom in order in 2025 and 2026. You got 1 year, 6 months to go. That's it. You're going to have to work hard. You might have to work 2 or 3 jobs, but you need investments, ladies and gentlemen. There's just no way around it because you got to turn into the CEO of your life. And yes, you can get these t-shirts at stopstrugglingnow.com. And with all that said, make sure you stay safe out here because there's so much mayhem going on. It's scary, crazy. You just never know what's going to happen because there's a lot of unknowns and situations that are in America now that nobody thought they would see again. But here it is. People are kidnapping people. People are trying to show up with masks and act like they're police. It's just crazy right now. senators, state legislators are getting shot and killed. There's mayhem. And so you never know what somebody's going through. So always try to keep a level head, de escalate any situations. But with all that said, just make sure you stay safe, you keep your head up, keep moving, and